Hello and welcome to this demo about how relatively straightforward it is to abuse vulnerabilities in operating systems to gain control over the system. We'll be showing this here with a very common example. We're running Windows 7 as our client-side operating system. We'll do an attack through an email client, which is also fairly common, a phishing attack. And as the attack tool, we're using Metasploit. Metasploit is a common attack tool. It's open source. At least there's an open source version. There are also commercial versions around. This one here is the open source version. And we'll be using two vulnerabilities to get into the system. The first one will be MS15-020, and we've prepared that one and have set it up. This is a vulnerability that Microsoft addressed early 2015, so it's not terribly old. Affects all versions of Windows. You might have heard about it. Is kind of related to the Stuxnet exploit from before. It's kind of a variant on Stuxnet, on one of the vulnerabilities that Stuxnet used as well. So I've got that all set up on the left side in Metasploit. On the right side, we're running our Windows. It's an email that came in from a colleague from mine asking me to take a look at a file share. I will click on that. This email program prompts me to, do you really want to do this? Do you want to go to this file share? When I navigate to this, you can immediately see something happened. Explorer crashed on the left side. You saw maybe something streamed by. So let's take a look at that first. Here it says we have a session open now to a machine, so we can get a little bit more information about this machine with the sysinfo command. It's a computer Win7U WCANDEC 32-bit machine, US architecture. Windows 7. So let's see if I am, what type of user I am. Okay, it looks as if I'm a normal user. So the user did best practices, or maybe the IT department did best practices. Let's see what I can do here. Let's load this module that does screen grabs of the machine. And you can see that that's pretty much very easy to do. I can also activate the webcam if there was one. I could listen to anything that's being said through the microphone. I could grab the keystrokes. All of these capabilities are available to me. But let's try something different here. There's a module called Mimikatz. It's an implementation of a tool from a Frenchman which looks into the passwords that are stored for single sign-on on Windows. So this Kerberos command tries to go into the LSASS process and get out these passwords that are stored there in order to access files and printers and things like that. And we can see we have a problem here. We cannot get to the data. You see there's a bunch of error messages all in French. This happens because we are just a normal user. We need to be admin users. So let's try to escalate privilege here. Let me get the command for that. We'll use a second vulnerability. It's MS15-051. So it's a slightly bit newer than the one that we used to get in first. It runs kind of automatically. Once you have a session, you can already use it. So we just started it here. It tries to exploit the machine that it's connected to, says it's finished. With get UID, we can confirm whether we are now system administrator. Yes, indeed, we're now system. And we can now use the Mimikatz module again and the Kerberos command again. And we now have access to the LSASS module, to the DLL, and we can look into the memory, and this is what Mimikatz does. It goes in there and decrypts the passwords that are stored in there. And as you can see, it's not only the password for the currently logged in user, WCANDEC, but there's also a password in there for admin and another one for a scanner user. Those are all three users that are on there and that have logged on recently to the machine, and they're still in memory. Now that I'm admin on the machine, I can actually, well, do whatever I want with it. I can install programs, install malware that will be persistent, change drivers, and in general, maybe even install multiple backdoors to keep that machine under control. All that with a simple file share. As you can see, it's not that difficult to abuse. The tools are available, and this was an open source tool. There are also commercial tools available that do this, and there are also tools out in the black hat and gray hat area that exploit vulnerabilities in the same spirit. I hope you enjoyed the demo, and I hope to see you around for the next time.